to Lori's Kitchen. So today we're making another classic recipe, meatloaf and mashed potatoes. And we're making both items in the Instapot at the same time. Would you believe all of this food came out of the Instapot, the 6-quart Instapot at one time? Come take a closer look. This is a family favorite, a very comfort food type of thing. So come along with me and let's get cooking. Let's begin by going over the list of ingredients needed for this recipe. You need 1 pound of ground beef. I'm using 80% lean in this case. Also 1 pound of ground pork. About 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. I'm using Italian flavor. You'll need about 1 cup of ketchup, 1/3 for the meatloaf and 2/3 for the sauce. 2 pounds of gold potatoes. Some parsley flakes, about 2 tablespoons. Oregano, about a teaspoon. Some ground thyme, about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon. Garlic powder, 2 teaspoons. Yellow prepared mustard, 2 tablespoons. 1 brown onion. Actually, you only need about 1/2 cup, so it might be half of an onion. You'll need 1 cup of milk for this recipe, 1/3 cup for the meatloaf, and 2/3 cup for the potatoes. I'm adding some smoked paprika, about 1.5 teaspoons, and 1 can of chicken broth. I use low sodium. 2 eggs. Some salt and pepper to taste. 4 tablespoons of butter for the potatoes when you're mashing them. 1 tablespoon of brown sugar for the topping. And this is completely optional. I like Louisiana hot sauce for my topping. And 1 red apple. This is a gala apple, diced for some sweet and tartness. Let's begin. We're going to take our potatoes and peel them and dice them up into big chunks. We're going to put them in the bottom of our Instapot liner, and we're going to add a can of chicken broth to the potatoes. This is going to be our liquid for steaming in the Instapot. I'm placing my Instapot trivet right on top of the potatoes. I'm mincing up my 1/2 cup of onion, peeling and dicing up my apple. Then I'm going to pour my apple into a bowl, add in my 2 types of meats, my pork and my hamburger, put in my 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, the 2 eggs, my paprika, my parsley flakes, my onion, my oregano, my garlic powder, my salt, about 1 teaspoon, some cracked ground pepper, my 1/3 of a cup of milk, 1/3 of a cup of ketchup, and mix it all together. As you can see, I'm using some disposable gloves just to make it a little neater. Take a piece of heavy-duty foil and make a liner pan out of it to put in the Instapot. As you can see, I started out with a rectangle. Soon to find out it didn't fit in the Instapot, so I had to pull it out and make it a little more of a circle shape. Put the lid on, put the vent to ceiling, and set my timer for 30 minutes on high pressure. While my meatloaf and potatoes are cooking in the Instapot, I'm going to go ahead and make my topping sauce. You need 2/3 cup of ketchup, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and 1 tablespoon of prepared yellowed mustard. You mix this all up. I use a little whisk that I have. I find it really handy. Blend it real well. And then I add my special ingredient, my Louisiana hot sauce. Now, if you don't like hot sauce, please don't add it in, but we like it. When the meatloaf is done cooking and it's on natural release, I go ahead and I turn on my broiler to low. You can also set your oven to 425 to 475 also. This is just to brown and caramelize the sauce that we're going to put on top in just a few minutes. After it's been sitting in natural release for at least 10 minutes, in this case 11 minutes, we're going to go ahead and do a quick release to release the rest of the pressure out of our Instapot. Once the pin drops, we're going to be able to remove our lid and take a look at our meatloaf. And there we go. There you have it, the cooked meatloaf. As you can see, the juices coming out are running clear. And as I do with any meat dish, I always take the internal temperature with the meat thermometer to ensure that it's cooked all the way through. Now that I'm assured it's cooked all the way through, I use my trivet and I carefully pull it out of my Instapot and put it right into a 13x9 glass dish. I opened up the foil, poured off some of the juices into an extra bowl, and now I'm brushing on generously the sauce topping that we made. We like to coat all bits of the side as much as we can, and then we're going to get ready to place this bad boy in the broiler for about 4 to 5 minutes. While it's in the broiler, I'm going to go ahead and make the mashed potatoes. You don't have to drain out any liquid because the liquid has absorbed into the potatoes. And so now I put in my milk, my butter, and I'm going to go ahead and mash my potatoes. If you don't like your potatoes as thin as these turn out, just add a little bit less milk. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a really good mash. I like mine creamy, a little bit of lumps, but I do like it on the creamy side. Then I give it a taste test just to make sure it's the way I like it. And do any adjusting of seasonings, adding a little bit of pepper and salt if necessary. And there you have it. Meatloaf with mashed potatoes made in the Instapot. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give my video a thumbs up and comment down below. If you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be informed when my next video is available. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.